Hey guys, Wing Rider here. In the last video, we learned how to install Basecamp on your computer and update to the latest version of maps from Garmin. Now that we've got our maps all updated, today we're going to learn how to create waypoints and connect them together to make a purple line. So if you've been following along on my YouTube channel, you'll know that I've been uploading a bunch of videos from a run that we did this summer called the Sourdough Cocktail Run. So I'm going to use that route as an example of how to create the purple line. But let's start with some basics in Basecamp first off, just to so you understand some of the idiosyncrasies about it. So across the top here, we have a whole bunch of icons, and right here is a profile of different activity profiles. And I've chosen motorcycling, adventurous. So if we click on it and edit activity profiles, it'll pull up the different profiles that we have. And again, motorcycling, adventurous. Routing options. We want curvy roads, road type avoidances, unpaved roads. We want to make sure we're on paved roads all the time. And here's an interesting one that I put in. If I click on interstates, I'm going to show you an anomaly that's in the software that it can be kind of painful. Let's put it that way when we watch it. But we're going to not include climbing paths, cable cars, narrow trails. U-turns are allowed, ferries, toll roads, carpool lanes, and different closures. So we click OK on that. But some of the other features in Basecamp. Okay, so we have new waypoint, new route, new track. And these aren't highlighted yet because we haven't got anything to work with at the moment. The pan feature, this is the hand. As you can see, it's used to move the map around. So if you ever have an issue and maybe you forgot to hit this, you got to hit it. We hit zoom, it'll zoom in and zoom out depending on your mouse click. Select selects a point. And measure will measure a distance between 2 points. And if you ever make a mistake, you just hit the undo button and you're good to go back to where you were. This is the detail level of the map. And at lowest, it doesn't show much at all. And as you increase the detail, medium, that shows a few more stuff. I usually use it around high. And that way when I zoom in, I can see most of the major roads in fairly good detail. And if we go higher than that, it'll start showing shopping stores, gas stations, hotels, and so on and so forth. So we just go to high, and that's a good place to start. So in order to create a route, you need a starting point and an ending point. So on day one of our Sourdough run, we all agreed that we were going to meet at the McDonald's on the corner of Boundary Road and Highway 1, which is right in this area here. So we're going to scroll in and keep moving in until we find, oh, look, there's McDonald's. So if we want to select that as a waypoint, we click on it, click on the name, and create a waypoint. Boom. Now we have McDonald's. Okay, and you can edit that waypoint, double click on it, and you can actually change the display signature for it. So we could say maybe call it a restaurant. You have all kinds of different symbols that you can use. Transportation, businesses, and there we go, restaurant. So, and we want to call it Burnaby McDonald's to differentiate from a McDonald's, say, in Coquitlam or somewhere like that. So we edit out. Now it's showing as Burnaby McDonald's. And there we have it in our data file. Now, on our ride, the first day we went up the Sea to Sky Highway 99 and rode all the way to Quesnel, BC. So, and I had booked a motel in Quesnel, the Super 8. So if we scroll into the map, and I think it's right there. There we go, Super 8 Quesnel. So we click on it, click the three dots, create a waypoint, and it adds it. And again, we'll go in and edit it and change the display and make it a hotel. There we go, a little bit. Super 8 Quesnel, BC. Done. Okay, now that we've got our starting point and our ending point set, we can create a route. So if we click on right here, drag our start point, Burnaby McDonald's, and Super 8 Quesnel, finishing point, and click go. It's now going to create a route for us. And starting point, stopping point, but nothing in between. So let's have a look and see what it made. It created a map, a purple line, which takes us straight out the freeway, and up the highway 99, all the way through Whistler, Squamish, Pemberton, Lillooet, Duffy Lake Road, all the way up to the Super 8 in Quesnel. Perfect. Now that's all nice and well. What if we want to get some gas along our route? Another thing that we can add in are gas stops. So I know that our guys, we're going to meet here in Vancouver at the McDonald's, and we're all going to have full gas tanks. Usually we'll ride all the way to Pemberton and gas up at the Chevron station in Mount Currie. So if we scroll in, there's Chevron. We click on it. We can create a waypoint, or we can add it to the current route. Now, let's see what happens when we add it to the current route. Select a route to add this waypoint to. Oh, we haven't selected the route. So there we go. We select the route. Click on Chevron and add to the route. Bingo. It just added it in to this route. And we see it here as a chevron. So let's change it to Mount Currie Chevron. And change the symbol to a gas station. And there we go. Done. Now, what if we want to set the time of our trip and everything? So we can actually go into Burnaby McDonald's, or actually go into the route itself. And in here, we can select it and we can schedule a departure date 8 o'clock in the morning. (8 a.m.) And we left on the 16th of June. And click OK. It reschedules it and tells us we're going to arrive at the Super 8 at 4:50. Oh, but look at Mount Currie Chevron is after the Super 8. And we can put it up there. And it'll recalculate the entire ride. There we go. It says we're going to get there at 10:30, which is about right, 2.5 hours. So if we're in there, let's set the departure time with a layover of 15 minutes. 15 minutes, okay. So departs at 10:45. Arrive at Super 8 at 5 o'clock in the evening. Sounds good. So that's 166 kilometers, and we have a total 472 to the Super 8 from the Mount Currie Chevron. That's too far without stopping for gas. So we have to pick another gas station. And on this route, I believe we stopped in 100 Mile House for gas. And so we'll scroll in to 100 Mile House and the Super Save right there. This time, let's just add the waypoint. Okay, Super Save right there. We're going to call it 100 Mile. Change it to a gas station so we know what it is. And we've now created that waypoint, but it's not in the ride. So if we select the ride, you can see it's not there, but we have a little plus sign over here, and we can add the Super 8 or the 100 Mile Super Save, insert, and put it after the chevron. There we go. And hit recalculate. And we now have it added into the system. And the ride is set. And we click on the ride. Route directions. Gives you all the route directions. No problem there. Properties. Now we could click this and say, don't alert on arrival. Shaping point. So it won't even tell us when we get there. It just sets it as a point, but we don't want to do that. We'll get into that in the next feature. But there you have it, how to create a very simple ride and the purple line. So now that we've created the purple line with a starting point, 2 gas stops, and an ending point, it's all saved, but it's sitting in unlisted data. So what we're going to do is we're going to add something to this folder. And we're just going to set new folder, and we're going to call it Sourdough Run. Enter it. And under that, we're going to move Burnaby McDonald's and move it up to the Sourdough Run. Create a new list. Yes. There it is. Day 1. So we'll just rename it. Day 1. Simple as that. So we now have unlisted data is now empty. Day 1. includes the points that we created, the waypoints, and the route. Another interesting feature on this is editing the route. You can change the color. It doesn't have to be a purple line. You have all these different colors to choose from, but this is the standard. It's going to show up as a purple line on the Garmin Zumo no matter what you do. But on here, we can change colors of the route. So if we want to make it red, we can make it red, and there it is, red on the map. Now that we have the route created, we need to save it to the Garmin. Make sure your Garmin is connected, and all you need to do is drag the folder to the internal storage on the Zumo. That's all for today. In the next video, we're going to learn how to fine-tune the route by adding shaping points in case the program wants to take you somewhere where you don't really want to go.